I love the little comment under the your like tweet announcement. Somebody just put very punctual.
Dude, it's Monday. Although we're late all the time. How we doing though, Javon? You have a good weekend?
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. How was your weekend? I know you
Yeah.
took the day off yesterday a little bit.
Yeah. Took the fam to Nats Park yesterday for Father's Day. Went great. I was at the ballpark all weekend, Friday through Sunday, for better or worse. All I will say is good teams win, great teams cover. I had some sneak bets in my pocket. The Nats were a covering machine over the weekend. How about them
Yeah.
apples?
Yeah, look at
How
the
about
net.
it?
Inspirational.
Come on. We need squares to grub. Guys, the squares have grubbed enough. Enough is enough.
Yeah,
Enough is enough.
might be game over for them.
I mean, they absolutely feasted. Although yesterday, of course, I take the day off because it's like Father's Day. I was trying to be good and
Yep.
spend time with my family, right? And then yesterday we had by far the most underdogs win outright. So that's just how it goes. Yeah, my guy picks with risk. He understands. Yeah, yesterday was the day. He was the day.
It was.
Javon paying the mortgage. Happy late Father's Day. Let's go, Cam. Can you get 100% Krabs? I'm going to try. I'm going to try to go 100%. See what happens. I know yesterday was my day. I know. But we're here. The past is the past. Unless anyone's got a time machine on deck, you let me know. If you do, please, by all means, you let me know. And I'll hop right in that shit. And we'll go back and we'll bet every dog yesterday. Of course, except for the one that we bet on at night, the White Sox. Shout out the White Sox. Fucking trash.
Yeah, I mean, you know what's been really sharp over this weekend? It's been that late like buyback. I noticed that a lot. Like they had that right before the Astros game yesterday. I forget who else it was. Somebody, the Orioles yesterday. That's who it was. The Orioles, after Jordan Lyles got scratched, there was a late buyback on them, like right before first pitch too. So those have been pretty on point lately. So I'd keep an eye on those.
You're saying when a side's getting some late money right before the game, and you notice the line move.
Super late.
They've been hitting. They've been smacking.
Yeah, because I mean, with that Rays Orioles game, like I kind of thought the Rays were going to lose from the jump, but then Lyles got scratched and it was a bullpen game, and then probably 30 minutes before, the Orioles started getting some very slight but late movement towards them.
Right.
And then same with the Astros. I know I told you about that. Like when Jordan's got scratched, and then the that bottom of that lineup was horrendous, and then they got some late money as well. That was what kind of pushed me onto them. Other than the fact that I was seeing nothing but White Sox on Twitter.
Yeah, that was a misfire. That was a public dog, and that public dog lost. Although it took somebody's first career hit. Shout out JJ Matijevic. Matijevic. I hate him.
I played his total bases yesterday, and I was about to tweet it out, and I was like, "Yeah, let me not put myself on the line for JJ Matijevic or however you say his name."
Of course, you played it.
Yeah,
I'm starting to think that the books or the events are occurring after you place them. Do you have a crystal ball?
You know, my one. I don't know if you saw the tweet, but my one book only play yesterday was Jack Sawinski that I tweeted out, and
he had 3 home runs.
Yeah,
give me a brag.
Yeah. I was like, okay, that works.
Yeah, that'll hit the total bases. I mean, give me a break.
Just a little bit.
But, all right, guys. Welcome to Behind the Lines. Happy Monday. Hope the brains are getting turned on. Happy to be here. Happy to talk some baseball. We're going to talk, some shit that happened over the weekend. Mike Trout's goated. He should probably request a trade to go play in Seattle. We're going to talk. We already mentioned a couple guys. Sawinski, Matijevic, Randall McGee's coming through for the boys. Juan Soto hit an absolute nuke piece yesterday. Talk about a guy who needed that. He needed that bad because he's really been struggling. It's starting to get to him. You can tell. But that was one of the loudest and most barreled up baseballs I've ever seen. The wind was blowing in. It didn't matter. Didn't matter. He literally could have been playing. It could have been Wrigley, 40 miles an hour, wind blowing in. Still would have been a bomb. But yeah, how did your bets go this weekend?
Pretty well. The total bases were howling today, or I guess over the weekend as a whole. There was a lot of chalk guys who just got their jobs done all weekend, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Your boy Luis Arias came through pretty much every game, I think.
I mean, he's unbelievable.
That guy just hits.
He's still not talked about enough, in my opinion. He goes up there and gets 2 hits every single game. 2 singles, nothing crazy. 2 line drives every game.
The whole Twins team is not talked about enough. So, I mean,
I agree.
Even with how good everybody knows Buxton is, like regardless of what he does, that whole lineup does not get enough love just because they're the Twins. They're honestly like people think they're pretty boring to watch. I don't think so. I think I said it before the series, that D-back series. I was super excited to watch some of that series. I thought it was going to be a pretty entertaining series, and like the games, some of the games weren't close, but I like seeing a lot of the offense.
100%. 100%. Yeah, I had some winning days this weekend. How about it? Friday and Saturday. Winning days. My Alexa's going off right now. What the hell?
Alexa, shut up.
Thanks, Bert. Alexa's going off in the background. She's ecstatic about the weekend results. Although yesterday's Sunday Night Baseball, that one hurt. That's a public dog, ladies and gentlemen. Public dogs bite. So take notes. Everyone on Twitter was on him. Should have known it was chalked. Javon, you tried to warn me. I appreciate it. But here's what we got going on today. We're going to talk some baseball. We got the OGs coming up. We got Ali coming up here. We got Delberto coming up here. And then for the last, 10, 15 minutes, we have Joe Madden coming on to talk NHL tonight because there's a Stanley Cup game. So a little bit of everything today. I'm going to bring my guy, Matt Fitzpatrick, up here. Yeah. What's up, big man? You're rich.
I feel good, man.
Yeah, you should. You should. You ripping some COD games in between streams? What are you doing here?
Nah, I've been waiting for my boy to wake up from work to rip some Apex games after, but I've been using this headset lately just because it's a lot easier.
Sure. Looks official. Looks like you're about to fly a plane or something.
HyperX, bro. Can't go wrong. Sponsor me.
Talking about. Sure.
Sure.
So besides you hitting a plus 2,500 future, how did your MLB bets go this week?
Friday got absolutely destroyed. Dude, I'm just catching strays. It doesn't stop. But I don't know what Trent. You know what, Trent? If you tailed my golf picks this weekend, you're up 6 units. And you know what? You didn't tail them. So now you don't have 6 free units. What's up with that?
I could use 6 free units.
Yeah, MLB, though, got destroyed on Friday. Absolutely wrecked after having a good week. Saturday was okay. Yesterday was good. So definitely down a couple units, but made up for it with the U.S. Open. Great U.S. Open. If you like golf, it was fun. Even if Will Zalatoris, that dude is going to be around for a while. So shout out to my boy Matt Fitzpatrick, though. Brace face, drinking milk, such a dork, but such a baller.
Drinking muscle milk. The dude hits a 45-foot putt. What's the first thing he does? Not a fist bump. He grabs some muscle milk and he chugs it.
Yeah.
That kid is a weirdo, but it played. He putts with the flag stick in. I don't know what the hell he's doing there.
Yo, hold on.
He's got braces.
Shrimp Bayless. Oh, okay. JK, never mind. Good call. I know my baseball's up and down, right? It's always going to be 3 days you can't miss, 3 days you can't hit. That's baseball. But for 4 weeks in a row now, I've just been dishing out winners in golf.
Let's go.
And golf betting is infuriating because it can take one hole, like Cam Young on Thursday or Friday, was it? I don't know if you guys saw this. Cam Young was looking good to make the cut, and then he dropped like a 9 or an 8 on one of the holes. And to finish the round, he went birdie, hole in one, birdie, par, and missed the cut by 1. Crazy stuff. Felt good about the U.S. Open. The next tournament this week is one of my favorites, actually. It's a Travelers Championship at TPC River Highlands in Connecticut, so it's up near me. This is a birdie fest, so there's going to be a bunch of birdies. If you like birdie fest, you'll have fun this week. If you don't like birdie fest and if you root for the course, you might want to take the week off because the course ain't going to win shit this week.
So we're getting opposite ends of the spectrum here, right? We're getting U.S. Open, hardest course ever, always is. The rough looks like it was created in a lab to fuck over golfers. And then we're going to go the opposite direction this coming weekend. We're going to see the winner probably at 20 under.
At least.
Okay. You think any of these guys are about to make a commitment to Live Tour this week?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I've got people telling me Abe Answer's going.
Oof.
Xander Schauffele's going.
Wow.
Hideki's about 50-50.
Okay.
I think Hideki would be the biggest blow because he's far and away the best Japanese player on tour. He was the first Japanese player to ever win the Masters. He's just such a staple for that country in golf. I think that one would hurt. But the other guys, like, honestly, nobody that's left has really hurt, maybe besides Bryson, just because he's such a polarizing figure. But other than that, and I've been on record, I don't think LIV. So the best comparison, actually, I heard about this was imagine if Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, one of these guys that just have unlimited money, what if they started an NFL league and started dishing out fully guaranteed contracts to your favorite players and started poaching guys? That's kind of the best comparison to it. So not like these top tier guys, like not like the Aaron Rodgers of the world, but the Kirk Cousins. What if they start poaching those kind of like mid tier to upper tier quarterbacks and guys maybe on the back burner of their career? What if these billionaires started an NFL or a football league like that? That's kind of what I like to compare it to. It's not like the XFL because the XFL doesn't have money. It's not like these soccer leagues because those are just like relegation soccer leagues. It's like since the NFL doesn't have fully guaranteed contracts, it's like, well, what if one of these guys wanted to start an NFL or a football league and start dishing out guaranteed money to all these guys? That's kind of what it's like.
Okay. Yeah. I'm pretty upset to see or hear that some of these guys in their prime, like Abe and Zanman, might be going. That sucks. They could take all the geese balls they want.
Abe is definitely gone.
Young guys. That's
Xander, I heard, is like 80% gone. Xander is, and Hideki's like 50-50. Yeah, it does suck to see these guys go, but I think the LIV is. I don't know if it's necessarily good for golf because I don't like seeing the best talent in the world disposed up into different leagues. But at the same time, the PGA Tour is long overdue for making some changes, so hopefully that kicks them in the right direction. And I also just think the LIV format is really boring and stale. Will get boring really, really quick to viewers.
Yeah, I still don't understand the whole teams thing for Liv, but I'll be watching.
I probably won't be watching, to be honest with you. It's like I said, every tournament is 54 holes with no cut, shotgun play. It's just like in and out. I mean, maybe that's appealing to some people for that like instant gratification, but I like the way the PGA Tour set up. Now they need changes on like the minor league tours and everything and better compensation and all that shit. But I think that'll come in time. And these guys that you don't really hear of, you're gonna start seeing some names on leaderboards you don't recognize. I think more so than ever.
Well, that's beat. Two things, Ali. Number one, people want to know what your Twitter handle is. Number two, they want to ask what the crutches in the background are for. / are you okay?
All right. Twitter handle is just at Ollie1Unit for sure. I mean, I should have had it up there, but Matt says Patrick wanted me 5 units, so I had to show him some love. And the crutches are for when my girlfriend broke her pinky toe the other day or a couple weeks ago, so she had crutches for like a day. But I don't know if you've ever seen someone break their toe, dude. It's gross. I get wheezy at that type of stuff. It's like sideways. It's like, boom. Dude, nasty.
Humble girlfriend plug. Nice, Ali. Congrats.
You guys asked.
Congrats on the sex, brother.
Hey, you asked.
Congrats, man. Congrats on getting laid.
Okay. She also gave out the Diamondbacks. She gave out the Diamondbacks on Saturday. That was not a good pick.
Well, tell her to get back in the lab and figure it out.
I will.
All right, let's talk this 1:00 game because people seem to be very interested in that. I am on the under in this game. Under 8.5 makes no fucking sense. I'm all over it. I will say both these teams really struggle against left-handed pitching, but both these pitchers are ass. So we'll have to see. I think all it's going to take is one of these pitchers to pitch okay. And the under should still hit, but if both guys get roughed up, I mean, we're toast. We'll have to see. I don't love betting on Rodgers and Peterson's under, but that tells me it's the right side. So we'll have to see what happens. I'm on the under. Do you guys have any action in this day game?
I don't. This under, though, I will say, feels very similar to the White Sox last night. Starting to see it quite a few places. And as bad as these teams are against lefties, like in the last month and a half, like since the beginning of May, I saw a stat that the Mets are top half of the league in slugging, average, WOBA, everything like against lefties at home. So I mean they're bad, but not as bad as they've been all year. So that's what gives me hope, especially against Rogers, for some runs to be scored for the Mets. So I'm not going to be outside or total or anything.
Do you lean Mets in the game?
Yeah, probably. Just because this is not only a Marlins lineup that's really bad against lefties, but they're a depleted Marlins lineup that's really bad against lefties. Like they have no Aguilar, no Sanchez. I would assume. I haven't seen the lineup, but I would assume they're Jazz as well. Or no, Jazz is playing, but
Yeah,
Jazz
he's
is
playing, and he's hitting second.
awful against lefties.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't lean a thing in this game, but that's why I'm not playing it.
Give me the under. Give me the under. I want to talk about Mike Trout. First of all, he's officially back. Slump over, throw that shit out, roll up the ball, and throw it in the trash. He's back. He's here. Well, I guess all I needed was a trip to Seattle, which is pretty much like a vacation for him. He goes in there and hits 5 home runs this weekend and leaves. Incredible. He should probably request a trade to go play there. The dude hit 5 home runs this weekend in Seattle. He's got 52 career home runs against Seattle, which ties Rafael Palmeira's record for most home runs against Seattle. Very impressive. I'm sure we'll have more down the line as well. The dude hits 332. He's got 110 hits. He's got 33 home runs and 79 RBIs in 89 games in Seattle, which is absurd. The thing that stuck out to me is the 110 hits in 89 games in Seattle. That's just impeccable. He owns them. Yeah, they should send him a Happy Father's Day card because he's literally their dad.
I don't know what they did, but
yeah, what did they do to him? They hurt him.
But I'll tell you,
hurt Mike Trout. I'll tell you who did. The Mariners.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I think Trout continues it against Bubich tonight. Everything lines up. The guy absolutely rakes lefties at home. He's Mike Trout again. Like I think there's going to be a lot of runs in this game. Whether it's from, I think the Royals have a pretty good chance to score a lot of runs too, which is insane to say. But the a fake injury. This man he's not catching a break lately. I really hate to see it.
I feel like I'm in high school again.
Okay.
Just catching strays from the homies all day.
All day.
Oh, man. You can take it. You got tough skin. You're no softy.
Yeah, I don't care.
How about the Blue Jays? Coming out with a win. Scraping for their life. Wasn't easy. It took 10 runs. What a great game yesterday. I was a little bit off on my prediction in that series. A little bit off. It almost reversed. The Yankees. They're really fucking good. They're really good. And it really sucks because I got no qualms with most of the players on that team. I think Judge is the best player in baseball right now. I think they've got some really cool dudes that I like watching play baseball. It's just a fan base. You guys ruin it. Yankee fans ruin it. That's what I have the problem with, not the actual physical team. And the fact that they always have the highest payroll and they're so cocky and they haven't won a World Series in 15 years. So that's all I got to say about that. I did get a Juan Soto bobblehead, which is
about the
cool.
Yankees. Obviously, I'm a Red Sox fan. Can we get over this no facial hair thing already? I mean, it's 2022, guys. Come on, let them grow.
I don't
a beard.
even know how that shit's allowed. Still, yeah.
Let them grow their hair out. I'll never forgive them for when they made Johnny Damon cut his hair. I forgave Johnny Damon for going to the Yankees because as I grew up and grew older, I understood the situation more. But I'll never forgive them for making him cut his hair. Come on. What are we doing here?
I'm with you. It took his powers. Away. He was never the same.
It did.
He was never the same.
McCutcheon, too. They ruined McCutcheon.
It did. The only thing good thing that's come out of it is Nestor Cortez's mustache.
They do. Matt Carpenter rocks a mean mustache, too.
That's the loophole.
He just looks so weird. So strange without the beard. I hate it.
I mean, yeah.
He's
he is.
Unbelievable.
Such a hater. I know I'm a hater. That's fine.
That's all right. I'm a hater too. I wish I was a Yankees fan right now and not a Nationals fan. There I said it. So I'm going to cope with my shitty team by ripping on good teams. How about that? Okay. Manoah had his first loss at home in his career. That's a streak that I didn't even know that was happening. That's very impressive. So props to Manoah for carrying that on that long. He's a stud. But of course, the Yankees got to him. We should have known that was a trap. That was a bad bet. The Yankees as a small dog with their shit lineup. That's on me. That's on me. I take the blame for that one. Toronto was the biggest trap of the weekend.
That was my fault. Trap filled series. That was just so classic.
They got me.
Like we've seen it before too. Like when everybody thinks this is the game, and they think it again, and they're like, okay, now's the game with the Yankees as a small dog again. And then everybody hops off, and of course the Blue Jays win. That's just so perfectly classic.
Absurd.
We saw it the first time with Kikuchi on the mound too. The same exact thing happened.
It's facts. It's absolute facts. What a game yesterday, though. 9-10. Home runs everywhere. That's good baseball. That's good baseball. We need more of that shit.
Yeah, see it out of the Yankees today. I'll say that.
Yeah, and I don't know what's been worse recently, my bets or Drake's album that just dropped, because that shit was ass, bro. What's up with that? Is he okay? Is Drake okay? That shit was ass. There's like 3 songs that I can listen to, and I'm trying to like listen through the whole thing again. I'm like, maybe it'll grow on me. It's not good. It's not good.
Made a frat party album. That's exactly what he made.
Yeah, I guess. But there's also some like slow, like sad songs on there. Like I don't know. Yeah. Not my favorite. I'm a huge Drake guy. Not my favorite. Not my favorite work. We do have a day baseball game coming up here, which is huge. Super excited. Give me the under. 10-10-10 challenge. They said it couldn't be done. It was done. I've got proof. There'll be a TikTok coming out with all the highlights. Maybe don't watch it. It's pretty gross. I'm not proud of it. Had to be done. I knew, of course, as soon as I committed to doing it, I knew some BS was going to happen, like extra innings. I knew it. And I followed through. You find me someone else who's eaten 10 hot dogs and drank 10 beers in 10 innings. I'll call you a liar. That's never been done before, ever. I give it was probably like an 8 out of 10 difficulty. I was never like physically in pain, but definitely at times were like, wow, I'm going to throw up. That's kind of where I was at with that. I would not recommend it to a friend. I would not.
Maybe doing that's what's starting to turn the tides.
Honestly, if that's what it takes.
That was like your sacrifice.
If that's what it takes for me to start hitting bets and for the Nats to start winning games, sure. I'll eat 10 hot dogs a fucking day. I don't care.
Sure.
Yeah, the beers were not the issue. I could drink 20 beers in 3 hours. That's not an issue. I'm 6'3", 200 pounds plus. That's generous. The beers are not the issue. It was the dogs. Absolutely criminal. And it was like the 8th inning, and we were like, shit, like this game honestly could go to extras. So we started having to and they stopped selling food. Like we were in the Diamond Club, which is like all you can eat, all you can drink, whatever. But like they still stopped selling food in like the 7th inning. So I was like, well, this game's about to go to extras. People are already chirping at me on Twitter saying, are you going to do 10? And I was like, hell yeah. So we had to start asking people around our section for a straight hot dog. Like, who's got an extra dog on them? We ended up finding one. We found a straight beer as well. And it was the 9th inning. We were down 1, and the Phillies, they Phillied, and they had an error. We ended up scoring. Everyone went nuts to tie the game up, right? My buddy stepped on the last hot dog. Crushed it with his foot. It was disgusting. I still ate that shit. That's heart. That's absolute heart.
That is dedication.
Literally call me Joe Chestnut. That's dedication. It was fucking disgusting, dude. Absolutely disgusting. I'm never going to eat a hot dog in my life. Again. I did eat a hot dog the next day, though, for the memes. I did. I did not enjoy it. I did not enjoy that hot dog on Saturday. I'll be honest with you. And I sure as hell did not eat any hot dogs on Sunday when I was at the park with my family. No chance. No chance. Crunch the numbers. That also took 70 days off my life. Because each hot dog takes 7 days off your life. That's 70 days.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, apparently. I don't know how they calculate that shit, but there's like scientific articles out that hot dogs take like 7 days off your life. So that's 70 days right there. Boom. See ya. That's heart. But yeah, no, I don't understand how that dude eats like 70 hot dogs in, 15 minutes? That's not possible. Something's up. I'm calling bullshit on that. I'm calling bullshit. I should have had lines up. My buddy set an over-under for me for the challenge. They set the over-under at 6.5. I mean, that's easiest over of all time.
Give me the alt lines.
There should have been.
So real quick, TD Miller says early game props. Javon, do you want to let him in on that little nugget that we found this morning?
I mean, there's a guy up for total bases, Gerard Encarnacion, who went yard yesterday. It was his first game, I believe. He's up for total bases. So, I mean, I sprinkled that. Luke Williams also just got put up for the Marlins outfielder, who I didn't see before, which is disgusting. So, if you think that I am not sprinkling both of those guys, I have to. I'm going to put that in right now.
I did. I saw Encarnacion on there earlier today, so I put him with Mike Trout total bases together just as a two-teamer.
So I did
as you were saying earlier, Mike Trout is here and he's ready to dominate, and he's going against Chris Bubich. So Bubich, whatever you want to say. And then why the hell is a guy on here in his second career game? I have no idea, but I'm taking the over half a base for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, 100%. So if I was trying to make a three-piece
Devers
with
Devers.
No, just for this first game, just for the day.
Okay.
If I was trying to do a three-piece flex with Encarnacion and Williams and another guy from this game,
Mark Canna, that just popped up too.
I was going to say JD Davis because he's been hitting lefties well, but I also like Mark Canna too.
The ones like these ones especially the runs at RBI that pop up like right before the game start, I swear they hit every time. Like every single, of course, I'm probably going to jinx it now, but like it's just always a good look.
Okay, well, it's been bad. Luke Williams over half total bases, Encarnacion over half total bases, Mark Canna over a half runs and RBIs. Let's fucking ride. Three-piece hold the fry. I did it as a flex. I flexed it.
That's just
because it'll probably go 2 for 3, and we'll get some money out of it. But let's get it, my man. You know I'm always down for the grimy prize picks.
Yeah, this is
down.
Grimy for sure.
Where's Delberto, dude? What the hell?
Dude, you know, I actually got limited yesterday.
Really?
Picks, which is crazy because I don't even bet that much. Like as far as money on each entry. But I tried to put one in yesterday, and
you tried to send one, and it was like $50 or $100, and they were like, nah.
Yeah, it was 50. I tried to send a 50 3-piece, which coincidentally hit, but they said 25 max.
Dude,
damn, they flagged your account.
Limited. Yeah, 100p.
Yeah, I mean it worked. Like I sent another one after that. They let me go through, but it was just weird. It was super weird that one they wouldn't let that go through.
And then it smacked.
Yeah, it was Judge, Cronin, and Arias.
I mean that's the easiest fucking prize picks of all time.
Yeah, I did a Rise and Crone sneak off the record thing, and that shit smacked too. And then our boy Cam over here, Mr. Chirper, that shit reversing, sent me Mike Trout and Julio Rodriguez running RBI. Yeah, that shit didn't hit. So thanks, Cam.
Yeah, I think anybody on that Mariners offense named Ty France, I just refuse to bet anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so very understandable.
Say it one more time. Luke Williams over half a base, Mark Canna over runs and RBI, and Gerard Encarnacion over half a base. Flex play.
Sure.
This should definitely scare anybody on the under too. If these guys,
it does. It does scare me a little bit.
I told you guys earlier. I know you lean you're on the under Krabs, but I definitely lean the over here. Day game, 2 really shit pitchers. The Marlins bullpen is also bad, and I know both these teams really, really do struggle against lefties. But man, 8.5, I think it is. Right? Is that what it's at? 8.5.
Yeah, it is.
But I've been so off with these day games for the most part. I'm taking this one off, so take that as you may.
I'm not gonna lie, I donate a lot during day games too, but hence why I'm not touching in the first place. but I'm in on the props.
Okay. Well, I'm on the under. The prize picks, if you guys missed it, I'll say it again real quick. Luke Williams over a half total bases. Gerard Encarnacion over a half total bases. Definitely said his name wrong. Mark Cano over a half runs and RBIs. Flex that shit. That shit's hitting. Either that's hitting, the under's hitting, one of the two, hopefully both. It'd be probably pretty hard for that to hit and the under to hit too. So it's almost like a hedge. It could though. It could.
Dude, they probably gave my guy Christopher Morel a picture on Prize Picks. It's a big day.
Oh, they didn't this morning when I. So another 2-pick piece I like was Christopher Morel running RBI and Devers bases. That's my other 2-pick entry.
Yeah.
When I put it in this morning when I was waiting for my breakfast sandwich, they didn't have his picture up there, so it must have been updated throughout the day.
Yeah,
love to see it.
Yeah, finally showing some respect. I just think that Morel runs an RBI is just an auto take every time it's on the board. Regardless.
If you want to dive into that game real quick too,
let's do it.
Let's go.
I don't have any bets placed yet today, but my biggest lean so far is the Cubs money line today.
Ooh.
And you guys know, I know you guys know me by now. Almost every Pirates pitcher that goes up there, I'm like, man, I can't fade him. I like him too much. But this is a spot where I like Caleb Killian more. I like this kid a lot. He hasn't had any promising results thus far. He's gotten really unlucky. He pitched in one of those Padres games last week where the wind was blowing out 1,000,000 miles an hour at Wrigley, and he pitched pretty well against the Cardinals in his first career start, but again had some poor fielding behind him and got pretty unlucky. Yet to allow a home run this year in 9 innings. I like that out of a rookie. And on the road, I think this is his first road start. Yeah, this is his first start on the road. So I'm interested to see how he does on the road. However, this Pirates lineup is just not good. Sawinski's cool and all, but he's not hitting 3 bombs again tonight. On top of that, everybody is going to be looking at the fact O'Neal Cruz is called up. Pirates are winning today. I'm sorry, but Killian is coming to kill that. And the Cubs are one of the best first inning teams in scoring this year.
They're number one.
They are. Are they still number one? I wasn't sure, so I didn't want to say it. That's why I said one of the best.
Week. They showed it like 4 days ago. I'm assuming they're still number one. They averaged like 0.9 runs in the first inning. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of think the Pirates. I don't know what the Cubs are going to do, but I think the Pirates are going to score a lot of runs today.
Ooh.
They're not terrible.
Javon Ollie standoff here.
I don't know if I'm going to bet it myself, but they're not bad at hitting sinkers, and I know we always talk about the Prize Picks lines and how they reflect on the game.
Yeah,
a couple of these guys are a little higher than they usually are, and the Cubs are in the same spot. Like Vogelbach, I don't think has touched 5 in the last week, and he's at 6 today. And Brian Reynolds is also a point higher than usual as well. So not to base the whole thing off of that, but
it also could just be because they're facing fucking Killian.
A guy with an 8 ERA on paper doesn't look very good.
It doesn't. They haven't been facing the greatest pitchers in the last week either. So
that's facts.
Well, I don't know. They went against Rodon. They went against Alex Cobb. I forgot who.
Alex Wood.
Alex Wood does stink, but Alex Cobb is the unluckiest pitcher in baseball. So we got to respect Alex Cobb a bit.
One of those games where Vogelbach was 4.5 was also against Palante of the Cardinals, which was a bad game.
And he's a righty, right?
Yeah, he's a righty opener type pitcher. He only went like 2.
Yeah.
So that raises my eyebrows for sure.
Yeah, that's fair. When I look at it, I see a lot of people wanting to jump on O'Neal Cruz debut day. That makes me want to fade it. I like this Killian kid. Like I said, the Cubs just took 2 out of 3 after getting steamrolled for 2 weeks, so they have a little bit of momentum on their side. Like I said, that's probably my heaviest lean to this point. Nothing is official, but I do like that spot for the Cubbies today. That's kind of where I'm at. I don't really like the board today, to be honest with you guys.
Oh, no.
It's pretty gross. I'm trying my hardest to find 3 bets because I want to do 3 bets every day this week, no more, no less. But it's hard. It's going to be hard to find 3 bets that I like today, I think.
You know where you start, though? You start with the Royals-Angels over. I think that game is soaring, absolutely soaring.
Yo.
Classic.
Bring me in mid rip.
That's all right, brother. Party
How's
tricks.
it going, boys?
Um,
How's it going?
Welcome
Yo.
back.
Doing great. Yeah. Good to see you again.
Let's get some
Thank you,
dubs for
boys.
Delberto up on behind the lines. It's been a minute. How we
are
doing,
back.
bro?
I'm doing good.
We're back.
I am trying to get my life together after the week in Chicago. It was a lot of drinking.
Good.
About 11 a.m. to like 3 a.m. every day, Monday through Thursday. So it was
That's what I'm talking about.
it was a shit show, but it was a lot of fun because the Padres swept, and then we go to Colorado and then get swept ourselves. So it's a lot of fun.
And
A lot
Manny
of fun.
Machado's ankle just exploded, and we can get to that in a second. What's your Wrigley review?
I loved it. I did the full tourist experience one day. I did like the daytime stadium tour, and
Yeah.
there's a lot, like obviously that stadium, I think it's the oldest stadium in baseball, right? Or second
Yes.
oldest. It's either that or Fenway.
It's the oldest. It's older
Yeah.
than Fenway.
Well, there's a lot of things that like history wise that like I didn't know about how the Cubs weren't even the first team to play there, and like the Bears. I didn't even know the Bears used to play there and all this shit. So
By the way, Fenway is the oldest. Come on.
You're right. I just looked it up. I just fact checked
Unreal
myself.
disrespect.
Ollie was so triggered when I said that.
well, you know what's crazy too? I didn't even know that the Dodgers Stadium is the third oldest. I
Yeah.
didn't even know that.
Damn. Yeah, how
But-
much we pay you for this? Come on here.
Is this Trent talking or what?
It's got to be.
Probably.
Trent's just laying in bed with his like legs kicked up, kicking him back and forth, watching the stream like a little girl on the phone.
Yeah.
That's what I picture Trent doing right now.
Trent's got to fire up the model because I need some winners.
Yeah.
I'm cool with Trent not firing up the model. How about
He's gonna
that?
stop fading it.
I don't fade him.
Just unintentionally though.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't have a fucking mind reader. Let me know. Let me know.
Yeah.
David Peterson's warming up. Let's go. Let's go big 2-3. Let's go
But
big 2-3.
the trip overall was fun. It was a good time.
Okay.
I landed and the game was like an hour and a half after I landed, and then the whole tornado warning delay happened, and that was freaking crazy. But
Yeah, shit's wild.
I decided that first game when there was the delay, I decided to just pull the trigger, and I sat in the 8th row right behind home plate. So
That's sick.
it was a lot of fun. And the
Oh,
Padres
yeah.
won me a lot of money because every game we went down. I think every game we went down first, and then we came back and won.
Yeah, do you want to tell the people what you were fucking doing? Live betting like a freak?
Oh,
Literally ran.
I was absolutely hammered, and I was coming up on all those like first time bonuses because I'm not in a legal state.
Right.
And we were down 5-0, and I live bet that we would win by 5+.
Nuts.
Oh
They
wait, no,
won by
it was not that game. Okay, we were down. I think it was like 3-0 or 2-1 or something, and I bet that we'd win by 5+, and they won by like 12 or 13. And then another day we were down, and I live bet us to win by like 1.5 or 2, and the one that we were down by 5 runs, I bet that we'd win by 2 runs or more, I think, and both those hit. I made every single dollar back that I spent on that trip from betting on the Padres.
That's a free trip.
we love
That's
that.
what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love free trips.
Yep. And I bought
Let's go,
first class
dude.
on the way home, thanks to the
Sure he
Padres.
did. Sure he did.
Cool.
Sure we did. Sure we did.
Big baller.
What's
Yeah,
the
it was-
so I know I don't want to talk about it too much, and I know you don't want to either. What's the vibes? What's going on here with Machado? What are you hearing?
Well, when I first saw the video, it looked like he broke his ankle because there's like a
Yeah.
slowed down video on Twitter somewhere where his foot looks like it's sideways, which I mean it might have been, but they're literally just saying it's a sprain, and I feel like they're lying to us, but I don't know if they'd lie about that. I mean, I don't expect him to play for at least 2 to 3 weeks, but I think they're putting him on the 10-day IL today, but I think it's going to be more like a month, which sucks. But
Damn.
the talk in Friar Nation is that this is probably going to make AJ Preller try to do some stupid, ridiculous trade for an infielder. So we'll see what comes of it, but I'm a little worried for our prospects.
You want
But,
Michael Franco? You can take him.
Yeah, I'll take him.
You can take him. He's actually doing pretty good this year. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, yesterday he had a great game.
Mhm.
But I think Abrams is getting called up. I think he's going to start today. So
Well, that's a dub.
Can that guy do something?
I know he's so good in the minors, and then he comes up, and then like the first week, like the first two games he played, he hits a home run. So everyone's like, "Oh, this guy's gonna be sick." And then after that, he's batting like 190 or 1.
I'm just a frustrated CJ Abrams Dynasty League fantasy asset holder. So when I saw how bad he was doing this year, yeah, I mean, I'm in deep in fantasy baseball, boys. It's bad, and he's one of my prospects that I've been holding on to for like 2 or 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
I was not thrilled with his performance this year, but he makes he's still an elite defender. Don't get me wrong. He's a wizard out there at short with the glove, but what happened? Where'd the bat go? It just disappeared. I hope that trip back down works out for him because he is a sweet talent.
Let's go. He just fucking picked off Birdie. Birdie just got picked off at first. What a fucking idiot. What an idiot.
Oh, and speaking of your Nats yesterday, if you guys and chat in general are not blindly betting the 11:30 / noontime Sunday Peacock game over, you're missing out on free coin because that has hit every week except the first game. So it's like 5 or 6 in a row. And yesterday went over in the 5th inning. I just blindly put that on my card every Sunday. Little tidbit. Didn't matter who's don't matter who's playing.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
This game going on right now. It's a Sunday Peacock game this week.
This matchup?
Mets Marlins. Peterson on the mound too.
And it'll probably be in Miami.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. So that means this one's gonna go way under.
Good. Dude,
all I know is that shit's soaring over on Sunday for sure.
Oh my gosh, dude.
How
are umpires so bad? Like, it blows my mind. These home plate umpires who make the call themselves on check swings instead of asking the third base guy. Like, what's the benefit of not asking? He has a better angle. We got 2 outs now. It's fine, but I don't get it, dude. Like, the home plate umpires trying to do everything.
Did you bet the under or the over, or would you bet on under? Okay.
Under.
Well, isn't that good for you?
Well, it should have been strike 3 because.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought
Jazz was check swinging, but he got out anyways. It's okay. I've also never seen someone stand so close to the plate against left-handed pitchers than Jazz Chisholm. The dude is literally standing on top of the plate.
Should check into an Anthony Rizzo at bat because that dude's face is over the plate.
Yeah. Literally, and he chokes up like 3 inches. What a freak!
Yeah,
on 2 strikes at least.
Over the middle of the plate, like when he swings. I'm just like, what are you doing? How do you do that?
Jazz is like the worst hitter on the Marlins versus lefties.
Oh my God! You know who's the worst defender in all of MLB history?
Who?
Escobar.
Cut him some slack. I just hit the base.
No, make a play, dude.
About Jazz though, did you guys see him firing off this weekend?
Yeah, he was geeking it.
He is hilarious, man.
Huge Jazz Chisholm fan.
And he rocks like you guys know Sheffield Shuffler, like TTP's boy, right?
Yeah.
He like rocks that merch from like Jazz wears the Jazz shirts that he makes. It's pretty sick.
Wait, really?
I did see that.
Yeah,
it's very cool.
He's got a sweet Jazz shirt that Jazz wore in a pregame. Like a week or 2 ago. It was pretty sweet.
Only Jazz Chisholm would rock a shirt with his own face on it. Gotta respect it.
We were talking about CJ Abrams, so relating to the topic of crappy infield prospects, the Red Sox called up Jeter Downs today.
Hey.
Part of the Mookie Betts trade at the time, probably the better prospect in the trade. He's hitting a cool 180 this year in AAA.
Oof. So why did they pull him up?
You know, Delberto, that's a great question that I don't really have an answer to. Part of it is because this is the date where every team has to like cut down on the extra pitcher on their roster.
I see.
So he got the call up. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe they are just looking for infield depth while Arroyo is on the IL and while Kike Hernandez is on the IL, etc. But it's weird. Definitely weird. And the Red Sox today, if anybody wants to lean that game, the Red Sox should definitely win. I'm not in love with the run line, not in love with the money line. But they're playing the Tigers, and my boy, 6'10" legend Josh Winkowski's on the mound again.
We got to
But
do some
on the-
background on this guy and see if he had like a basketball career at some point. He had to have.
Yeah, you have
Right?
to in high school at least, right?
Like, give me a break. He's 7 feet tall. There's a stat where like 10% of or 1% of all 7-footers. It might be 10%. I don't know. But like, there's a crazy stat where like if you're over 7 feet, there's like a good chance that you're in the NBA or play professional basketball. There's just not that many 6'10" people walking this earth.
Wait, he's 6'10".
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
guys
actually nuts.
Do you guys remember Chris Young?
Wait, no, he's not. Why
Buckers?
does it say 6'4"? What?
Are you thinking about someone else?
I don't think so.
Have you been lying to us this whole time, Ollie? I've been telling everyone
Maybe.
this dude's 7 feet tall.
Because that's all I've been seeing. But Baseball Reference says he's 6'4".
ESPN says
Holy
he's 6'4" too.
What?
There's a different guy. I don't think he's on the Red
Bro.
Sox though, is he?
We're out of the inning.
I know there's a guy in the Angels that's a monster.
I mean, Ollie, dude, is this guy 6'10" or is this guy my height? Like, what's
Doesn't
going on?
look like it. It looks like it's your height.
He's 6'4". There's a
What?
reliever. There's a reliever on the Cubs that's like almost 6'10", I think.
This is why you guys check the Carfax. Always check the Carfax before you start spewing
Always,
some
dude.
bullshit.
What the hell?
Come on, Ollie.
Oh my god. Are we getting Garrett Cooper slander in this chat too? Ridiculous.
Can I get a fuck, Ollie?
All right, that
He's-
one
he's-
deserves
he's
it.
He's 6'8". The guy I'm thinking about is 6'8".
Okay. People are just throwing out random shit in chat. Someone just said 6'11". I don't even know what he's talking about.
I do really like him though, even though I have his height drastically different than what I was told. I don't remember where I saw it, but I ran with it, and I'm fucking dead wrong. That's why you always check the Carfax.
You still like him, even though you thought he was
Yeah.
Slender Man, and he's
He's
just a big dude.
He's a contact pitcher, sinker baller, sure. And the Tigers just stink, man. They're just
Well,
not good.
I'm cool with fading the Tigers coming off of 2 wins because, I mean, that team. Hey, we got a guest. Delberto.
His name's
You guys-
Lucifer. If you wanted to know.
Lucifer.
Not
Does
even
Lucifer
kidding.
have a guest pick? Celebrity pick today?
Oh, he's taking the Tigers to upset the Red Sox because
Okay.
he has to bring his brothers. No, it's
I
not
think I just
official.
heard him.
That's not an official pick, but
I think I just heard that cat say "fuck Ollie" when he walked by the camera.
yeah,
Wouldn't surprise me at this point.
talking shit about my Tiger brethren, not gonna happen.
Any other games that stick out? I really want to talk about this Yankees-Rays game. I have a feeling, Javon, you might want to talk about it too. I don't know.
Yeah. I do want to say about that too, that the Nerfy is minus 180, minus 185, and it's available on
I
Prize
mean-
Picks. So
That shit ain't him.
it
you want-
probably ain't.
No, Garrett Cole's gonna give off a leadoff bomb like he always does. Doesn't he give up a bomb in the first inning every game?
Yeah, but
He
not if we have
loves
Vidal
solo
Brujan
bombs.
leading off, dude. That guy is atrocious. We want to talk about like terribly hitting shortstops like Jeter Downs. We have Taylor Walls and Vidal Brujan in our middle infield right now. Those guys, I could go up and hit more baseballs than they do. They're so bad. And we called up. What scares me about the Rays too is because the pitching. They got to cut down on pitching thing. They called up Josh Lowe today, and if he's in the lineup, that is going to suck because that guy cannot hit anything above like 92. He can't hit a
Dude.
fastball to save his life.
Then what's he doing up here?
Well, they got to cut down on the.
What's
the
he doing
pit-
up
the
there?
extra pitcher, so we don't really have a choice.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Josh Lowe. our
Isn't that-
outfield prospect.
He is brothers with Nathaniel Lowe, isn't he?
Yeah.
And Brandon Lowe. They're all
Leadoff
brothers.
double.
Not
No.
Brandon.
Not Brandon.
Dude, the
What
amount of
happened?
times, like-
Is he still hurt?
Yeah,
That sucks, man.
I know. Once him and Wander come back, though, I'm pretty hopeful for the offense. It won't suck nearly as bad. But while we have Brujan and Taylor Walls as stand-in, we're gonna score 2 runs a game.
Yep.
Leadoff double. Maybe the worst route to a baseball I've ever seen from center fielder.
See that guy
That's
just
what it
drop a fly ball to him the other day too.
Ooh.
Isn't
Not
that
surprised.
De La Cruz out there
De La
for the
Cruz.
Marlins? Yeah.
Sheesh.
It's fucking De La Cruz. De La Cruz just sprinted inwards on the ball that was in the gap and ended up causing a double. So attaboy De
Yeah,
La
it was
Cruz.
like the first inning. I had the Marlins and he dropped the fly ball and then Lindor hit a tank. So I was like, sick. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
the turkey tossing. The turkey tossing has begun from Rogers.
Yeah.
Someone said that in chat.
I'm okay with it.
Speak up.
I took the Mets, so. I'm
Oh
okay
my
with it.
gosh. You took a memo?
Yep. Mets
I don't
fan.
know what happened to Trevor Rogers, but ever since I was talking to my buddy about this morning, ever since like mid-June of last year, his swinging strike rate has literally flipped on its head, and he's been terrible. Like that first half of last year, he was nasty, getting a bunch of swing and miss, and then something happened. It's been downhill since.
Yeah, he's been getting raked this year.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Jazz is wearing the craziest sunglasses I've ever seen. Those are awesome. Holy smokes. I need to find those on Twitter.
He needs to come to the Padres. That's who we should trade for.
Jazz Chisholm, he's not going anywhere, brother.
Well, yeah,
He's not going anywhere.
He's their future.
I'll make
Okay.
a deal, Roberto.
Let's play a
You can
fun
have- You
game.
can have Cesar Hernandez. You can have him.
Hey,
What do you-
how about you send
got,
you send us Soto, and we'll give you our entire farm, every single player.
How about no? How about no?
I mean, this doesn't, unfortunately, really Krabs. I mean, maybe you can play, but if you had to have your team trade for one piece right now, as the trade deadline, trade rumors should start swirling here soon. So the Padres, Rays, Red Sox, or Krabs, if you want to talk about a spot for one of your guys.
I'll talk about who we're trading away.
Okay,
How about that?
I'm down. If you had to trade for one piece, and if you have a name, I know this is super off the dome because it just popped in my head, but like, what would you do? And honestly, I'm sitting here as a Red Sox fan. I want anything pitching related. I think is pretty obvious. But if I had to make a switch to the offense, Krabs, I would take Josh Bell right now. I'll take him off your hands, send him over to Boston, switch hitting first baseman. Love it.
I mean, he's gone, so
yeah,
he's getting moved.
He's
That's
probably
confirmed.
your best trade asset. I think is Josh Bell.
Yeah,
because he's having a really good year.
Also, yeah, you're selling super high. Like he's outperforming what he should be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
definitely.
he's raking.
They should try and trade him right now, to be honest.
Yeah, you're honestly right because it like how much higher can the stock get?
Exactly.
That's facts. I witnessed another area, by the way.
Just like
What's
the
up?
Padres should have traded Hosmer like a month ago when he was batting 390 or whatever it was. But now
he can't.
he's
Now he can't.
now
hit.
yeah now he's regressing back to where he should have been hitting all year.
What about the Padres and the Rays? Who would you guys target?
I would
I mean,
target.
what is going on in this game? What the fuck
Bases
is going
loaded.
on?
Is Cano?
No, Cannon's
What is
on
going
deck.
on in this game? They're hitting ground balls and nobody's making plays.
Here we go.
God, a broken bat infield single.
Pete strike out. They give Cano the chance.
Dude, like you can't make it up. I've never seen more errors ever in an MLB season. There's just shit over and over again.
Well, so I'm trying to think like what player the Padres really need because like right now it seems like we need an infielder, but I think what we actually need is an outfielder because I mean once Tatis comes back, Cronenworth at second, Tatis at short, Manny's not going to be out the whole year, Manny at third. I would say we either need a first baseman or we need a right fielder. I would say those are the two things. And it's kind of hard to pinpoint who those people would be. I mean, if I had my choice, I would trade to get Ty France back on the Padres because we let him go like some idiots, like we always do. All of our prospects come up and ball on other teams. But one player that I think is going to be traded here that I've actually realized how much of a baller he is the closer for the Orioles.
He's been nasty this year.
what is
Jorge
his-
Lopez.
Yeah, Jorge Lopez. He has like a 0.7 ERA or something outrageous. But
I don't know if
think
you remember him, but last year he was a starter and he was awful.
yeah.
He was
Well,
so bad.
Well, I think that's one thing you see with some pitchers. They just deal when they're expected to get like 1.1 innings. I feel like it's like a different sort of mindset than having to go in and deal for like 5-6 innings.
Well, you just go out there and you just give it like you throw as hard as you can. Like,
Exactly.
When you're
Now
starting,
he's
you
got
can't
a-
unleash the tank
Jumped like 4
early in the
miles an
game.
hour on
I was
everything.
going to say, dude's
Yeah.
got like a 99 mile an hour sinker now. It's insane.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I mean,
That's a good target.
I think for sure a team is going to trade for him.
I think a guy that actually all three of these teams could benefit from is Ramon Laureano.
So the guy that I really want, is Seth Brown. That's the guy that I want. And not just because he hits a home run every game we bet, but we need left-handed outfield hitting particularly. And yes, I know the guy does not really bat for average, but he's a power bat that we need in our lineup. Because I'm fine hitting 200, 210 as long as we're producing runs. And that's the name that I've seen swirling around the most for the Rays. But I think what's interesting is I think Tyler Glasnow is gone by the deadline. So if we can trade him to a good team and get a good return back for him or get outfield help from whoever we trade him to, I'm cool with that.
Why do you think Glasnow's gone?
His contract's expiring, and I don't think he's playing another game in a Rays uniform.
This year?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I did not know he was coming up that quick.
Yeah.
Damn, that's sad.
Yeah, so he's likely gone unless he really wants to take a Tampa discount.
Why would he want to? Why would anyone do that anymore?
The only thing that keeps it like in the realm of possibility is that he is coming off of Tommy John. So I mean, his price tag is going to be lower, but probably not low enough for the Rays to afford.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's the perfect Rays way. That's what they do.
2-2 count.
So you think they throw in Glasnow with someone to go get a piece at the deadline?
No, I think honestly, I think they're going to be separate deals. I think they're just going to go for whatever they need. I think Glasnow and getting outfield help are going to be two separate priorities because that's usually how they do it. But if they can get, extra pieces, extra bats or whatever around that, that would be a plus. But I definitely think they're going to prioritize going for just hitting hope and outfield help from a separate deal if they don't get it from that one. Which
I mean, I follow what you're saying.
Pete Alonso.
I do
Pete
too.
Alonso,
Yeah.
3-2 count, bases loaded, no outs. What could
And
go
he's
wrong
gonna
here?
He's gonna strike out.
I'm cool with that.
What could go wrong? Come on,
How many
Rodgers.
Has there been like 3 errors already in this game, and it's the first inning?
There's been 2 errors in this game already. It's the first inning.
So tragic.
I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's like I'm watching the College World Series. All right, here comes the pitch.
Oof.
Oh my God, it was a ball and he swung and he fouled it off. Holy fuck.
So where do you guys stand on the Braves-Giants game today? I think this was an interesting game. Max Fried against Logan Webb.
This is interesting. I think there's going to be a lot of runs in this game, personally. And I definitely lean towards the Brave side. That's kind of where I'm at.
I kind of agree all around. I think the Braves is a low-key hitter-friendly ballpark, especially during the summer.
I think these are 2 pitchers with big names who are very good, but you're getting them, and we got to strike out. Let's fucking go.
Mark Canada.
Yeah, we need this. You're getting Logan Webb, who pitches worse on the road. You're getting Max Fried, who pitches worse at home. 2 big names who, I mean, that provides value on the over right there, in my opinion. And the Braves bats they're on absolute fire. I think they might get to Logan Webb today. I would not be shocked.
I kind of like the Braves. I don't know what it's at, but the Braves team total could be a play here.
It is at 3.5, minus 145 on the over, though.
Juiced.
Juice, but I like that a lot.
I do too.
Are the
Too
Giants
juiced for my
Giants
liking,
favorite?
but no. Giants are like plus 140.
Yeah, plus 130.
Yeah.
Actually, it's up to 4 on FanDuel, the Braves team total.
Ooh.
But is that closer to even money?
No, it's actually not. It's minus 122 to the over.
So over 4.5 is like a
Over.
plus 100 play.
It should be, yeah.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Yeah, I kind of like the Braves in that spot. I like the over too. I'm with you guys. What about this? What about maybe the best game of the day? Mikolas coming off of almost a no-no versus Corbin Burns. What do we think about this game? Total set at 7.5. Is Mikolas' arm going to be intact throughout this game? He's coming off of throwing 130 pitches.
I can't believe that they let him pitch that long.
I think he'll be fine. I know your brain must be in a pretzel because you want to fade someone coming off a performance like that, but you don't want to bet on the best pitcher in baseball.
Yeah.
So you want to take the over. So you want to take the over? Yeah,
that's the only lean I would have is the over. Yes, sir.
Put my Krabs hat on for a second.
Literally.
I kind of like the Cardinals to win this game outright. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
Okay.
if I
I
had
was gonna say that's gonna be my side too. It's the
if
Cardinals.
I had to take a lean in this game, that's probably where I would be. They definitely have the value. And Corbin
Aaron
Burns,
Rodgers fucking
although
sucks.
he's been obviously really good this year,
You're gonna get an RBI walk.
kind of been struggling at home lately. To be frank with you, his last game against the Phillies was a loss. He had 4 walks and 4 1/3. The game before that
Damn.
against the Padres, 5 runs on 3 2/3. And
I was gonna say I don't think he's the best pitcher in baseball. He's so overrated this year, in my opinion. I think there's other pitchers that are just under the radar.
I agree, but I also think he's still very good.
No, he's definitely good. But I think there's a group of guys that are right around him that don't get the type of talk that he gets.
Pablo Lopez, you could say his numbers are better on paper right now, but nobody talks about that guy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
My
He walked.
just froze.
I don't know if I like that. I
we
don't
like
know.
the running.
We like
we
that.
like the
for
RBI.
prize picks.
We like the RBI for the prize picks. All right, now let's get a double play. I mean, throw a fucking strike, dude. Grow up. Grow up. Throw strikes, dude. One thing. If you get hit up, you get hit up. Throw strikes. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, if he throws strikes, the defense just makes an error though. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a fucking
Yes, that
lose-lose.
counts as an RBI. We already said that in chat.
Let's go.
What
Take it.
about the White Sox and Blue Jays today? We have one of my favorite fades, Jose Barrios, against one of my favorite fades, Lance Lynn.
Over.
Yeah. I think that also goes
Over.
over.
I mean, it's set at 9 with those big names. If you would have told me a total would be set at 9 with these guys last year, or I guess Lance Lynn was hurt, but 2 years ago, with the total at 9, I'd say, what are you smoking? I want some. Because that
You
doesn't
know
make any
what,
sense.
We were looking at this last night too. Barrios strikeouts opened at 6.5 on prize picks, and it's down to 5 even.
Yeah,
Whoa.
6.5 is a gift of it. You want to hear Barrios on the road this year? 7 starts, 2-2 record, 5.97 ERA in 37 2/3 innings, 7 home runs, 28 strikeouts in 37 innings, 45 hits. That's good for a 1.4 WHIP, a 6.7 strikeout per 9. Not good. No bueno. I do like the over in this game because Lance Lynn also looks like shit. Looked like shit in the minors. Looked like shit in his first start. We know the Jays bats are buzzing. I like this over actually a lot. The more
So
that
do
we
I.
talk about it,
Yeah.
The White Sox
I'm with
bats
ya.
have been really hot lately too.
they
Yeah,
have,
last night.
Mhm.
It's a piece
they
of
have,
shit.
and more importantly, they've been hitting righties, which they haven't been doing a lot this year.
You know who's back tonight? TA.
Is he actually?
Oh, yeah, he
He's
is.
back. According to last night's broadcast, let's go. We got a strikeout. According to last night's Sunday Night Baseball, yeah, he's playing today. So
Okay,
I don't know if
taking
that's
the
good or bad for the over.
We're
I think that's
parlaying
great for the over.
the Cardinals and the White Sox. Underdog parlay.
What's that
Ooh,
like? Plus 500? Plus 400?
Quite a bit.
Juice.
Pretty juice.
Okay,
Me gusta.
you need to get out of your own boy.
What about this nightcap? D-backs, Pods. We know
Yeah,
Jarvis
Tim
really
Anderson is
struggles
definitely
against the
back
Pods.
today.
Yeah, he's back. Dilberto, what are you thinking about this game tonight, bro? After your guy gets hurt,
I think the storyline is going to be that
Oh, no.
Machado's hurt, the Padres
Oh, no.
offense.
Oh, yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry. I'm
No,
being
you're fine.
annoying, but we just got to add that inning with 1 run. We'll take it.
That's
We'll
such
take
a perfect storm for everybody here.
We'll take it. Go ahead, Dilberto.
Not me. I bet the Mets, but it's okay.
No,
Well, at least you got it wrong.
Well, I think the storyline is that everyone knows that our best player in terms of like offensive production and defense is going to be out. And I honestly think the Padres win, and I think they win pretty easily. If you look at the last 7 days, which I think the Cubs series definitely inflated this, but we have the hottest offense in baseball over the last week, and no one knows that. But it's because of the Cubs, and the Cubs bullpen blows. But we scored
the wind
50.
was also blowing out 40 miles an hour to center field, too.
Hey, it was like 13, okay, but still. No, it was definitely howling. But
Yeah.
No, I think we do. I think we do well tonight. So
Okay.
I think what happened was we went from Chicago to Colorado in what we've gone like 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half without a day off. So I think getting home after the road trip, I think that the players will be locked in. So we'll see.
Yeah, they're
And
coming off
Zach
of.
Davies isn't the best, so
Yeah, I
That's
think
what I
He's
want to
also a
talk
piece of
about.
shit.
Zach yeah, he is a huge, yeah, he ghosted his wife, and his
And
dog,
dogs.
and dog.
And
Can't
dogs.
forget
Don't
the
forget about the
dogs.
most important part.
yeah,
But
right.
he's been so unpredictable this year. He's either going to go out there and give you like 7 shutout or like 3 innings with 5 runs.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's been so weird this year, and I feel like I want to fade him every time he steps on the mound. Every time I fade him, he just deals.
But the total in this game, gentlemen, is set weirdly low, in my opinion.
It's a little
7,
bit.
yeah.
In my opinion. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that tells me we're going to get a scumbag Davies good performance to that. I think it's going to be toy. I like the under.
Yeah.
Or
I like
it's
the
gonna be
Snakes.
Padres win 6-0.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly,
kind of pretty keen on Jurickson Profar as long as he's still leading off. I mean, he crushes righties at home, and Davies is really bad against lefties on the road. And that guy's been hitting extra base hits, especially inside of like that trend. So I mean, what do you think about that, Dilberto?
No, I think it's a good look. That's one thing that the change that Bob made was moving him to leadoff. He has been an ever since he moved him. He's been unreal. Him and Cronenworth have been balling when they go 1-2 Cronenworth and then Machado after. I think that they need to stick with that lineup going forward. Even when Tatis comes back, I think Tatis needs to be the 3 or 4 hitter, and then just push everyone down a spot. But no, Profar balls. He gets most of his power from the right side because he's a switch hitter. But I think that he's definitely a good look. He's been really hot lately. So
I'll probably be on his total bases.
And another hit.
I think I don't know if the Diamondbacks scored today.
You don't think they scored today?
I don't think they do. I think people still love fading Darvish, and we were kind of talking about this before you guys woke up, me and Dilly. For whatever reason, people just love fading you Darvish even when he's at home, and he's had a pretty solid year in my opinion, and especially when he's at home against Diamondbacks team who strike out a ton, no matter who they face. And I like the Diamondbacks. They're a fun team. Don't get me wrong. But today, I think the first game back on the road, they're going to have their work cut out for them against Darvish. I don't know about the rest of the series. I haven't looked that far into it. But today, I think the Diamondbacks really struggle.
I think both offenses are good. I think we get a weirdly good start from douchebag Davies. I think we get a good start from you. I think this one's close. I think this one's low scoring. I think it's boring. I think it's a snooze fest. Just by the total, man. That shit should not be at 7. That shit should not be at 7.
I like 3-0 Padres today.
I'm good with that.
I'll take it.
I mean, imagine taking an under in this day game. Okay, gentlemen, I am going to bring on Joe here to talk about some NHL. But before I kick you guys out, what's your best bet, real quick? Any party words? If you don't have a best bet, peace.
Mike Trout, over 1.5 total bases.
Okay.
/ the over in that game.
Okay.
I don't have a official play yet, but my heaviest lean coming out of this talk with you guys is definitely that White Sox over.
Yep.
And for prop, don't overthink it. Rafi Devers, if he's on 1.5 bases, take it every day. Sorry, lead leaguer in hits, extra base hits, slugging over 600. Don't overthink that one.
Somebody's dog like that prop too. I'll have to lock it in.
Yeah.
Dilberto,
Yeah,
you got any action today, man?
I haven't locked in anything yet other than the Mets today, but I really do like the Cardinals today. I'm not it's not official, but I think it's a good look. They've been raking the last week, and I think they put up some runs today. So we'll see. I'll definitely have a play in that game, but I just need to make sure I find the best angle on what I want to do. So
Okay.
We shall see, but I definitely like the Cardinals today. They've been hot. So
Yeah. Good baseball teams find ways to win. We talked about that a lot last week. Gentlemen, always a pleasure. Happy Monday. Let's get a Mets double play here. Nope, no double play, just one out. We'll take it, though.
We just got gypped from our Encarnacion over half a base right there.
That was, of course, you know who fucking made the diving play?
Yep, sure.
Eduardo Escobar. You cannot
You did that to yourself.
make it up. You cannot make it up.
Still got
Ollie, Delberto, Javon, been a pleasure. OG Mondays. You know I love running it back with you guys. We'll do it again next Monday. Appreciate having you boys on. We'll be talking. We'll get some bets out today. I appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Peace, gents.
Peace.
I'll catch you. Okay. Going to bring on my girl Joe to talk some NHL for the last 10 minutes because there's a Stanley Cup game today. And I don't know what to bet on or what's going on. So I'm bringing my girl on to get some insight. But real quick, before I bring her on, head over to thegameday.com. Check out their website. They've got some risk-free bets, some deposit matches going on. They'll tell you what sports books are active in your state. And also give them a follow at The Game Day on social media. Definitely worth a follow. They've got some good content. So without further ado.
Hey,
how
how's
we
it
doing,
going?
Joe?
I'm
Doing
good.
well.
How are you?
Doing well. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, I'm excited to be here. Can't wait to talk some hockey with you. This is going to be a fantastic game tonight.
I'm super excited. I need you to talk to me like I'm 4 years old when it comes to hockey, okay? Because I don't know what the heck's going on. Not a big hockey guy.
Well, you got these guys on skates, and it's going to be a killer night. Look tonight for Colorado's defense to dominate again like they did in the last one. We're going to have one of these games where Tampa isn't able to get these shots on goal. We saw it in the last one. Yes, they will have an improved game, but Colorado held them to 16 shots on goal. Unbelievably strong defensively, getting these blocks. Look for it again.
Wow. Yeah, they did get dominated in that last game. The Lightning did. Was it 7-0?
7-0. Yeah, 7-0 for the Colorado Avalanche. It was a fantastic game. You know what? I have to be honest. The last game killed my wallet, but I was like sitting there with a smile because I want the Avs to take this series. I want the series to go deep though, because I'm not ready for it to be done. But I think Colorado has the ability to get the sweep. I don't think they do. I think Tampa either wins tonight or the next game. I could see Colorado going up 3-0. I think there's a lot of ways to play this tonight. I think the strongest play is to take the Avs on the puck line in the first period. In the first period at -0.5, we are getting such beautiful plus money at +182. I can't say no. We've seen them dominate in that first period. Every single game so far, those first two, just coming out, blowing them out of the water. I've got to hit that. I've also got to look at Kemper's save shots on goal. Now, Kemper's the goalie for the Colorado Avalanche, if you guys don't know. Last time he got the shutout win, he only faced 16 shots. Tonight, the books are giving us a number of 27.5. I have to go under. Colorado's going to do exactly what they did in the last game. They're going to block those shots. So taking him under 27.5 shots, it's not an insult against him. It is the belief in the defense of Colorado.
Yeah, that's a weirdly high number after the last game. Holy smokes. And I got to ask, I want to ask about the line movement here. So it looked like the line opened up at Colorado -130-ish, at least from what I'm seeing on my end here. But now it's closer to a pick-em, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What are we thinking along the lines of that line movement with, I'm seeing, half the money on the Lightning, but we're seeing that much line movement. Does that make you like Tampa Bay more? It does for me, someone who bets lines and not teams as much. That makes me like Tampa Bay to get on the board and get their first win of the series here. Who do you think takes this game?
You know what? I can make a case for both. We look at Colorado on the road. They're 7-0 in the playoffs thus far on the road. They've been playing so strong. Tampa 7-1 at home. I think Tampa needs to bounce back. They are absolutely desperate. I'm getting around minus 115 right now on Tampa. I think there is value in taking them there. Am I going to bet it? No, not at all. Because if I bet Tampa again, like I did in the last game with that theory that they're going to come out stronger than they did after, I think they've been embarrassed in those first 2 games. They have to come back. Vasilevsky has to come back stronger. But I just can't get there with them because Colorado, the dominance they showed, this Tampa team, I will bet them in the 4th game if they show me more in this one. But in tonight's game, I just can't take a side here.
That's fair. You want to see them actually play well and not get dominated 7-0 again, because that was an absolute, shellacking. That game wasn't even close. I want to see some good hockey. I'll definitely be watching it. I always tune into the Stanley Cup. I wish my Caps were playing, but no chance. They would get swept by both of these teams. But under my understanding here, the Avalanche probably have the best team in the league. But Tampa Bay has won the last 2 years, right? So it's almost like a battle of the new guys on the block versus, the guys who have been the best in the league for a little bit. So in my eyes, I think I take the veterans in Tampa Bay with that line movement to avoid going down 3-0. That's what I lean. But like I said, I don't follow hockey nearly enough to give out my honest opinion. Will I be on Tampa Bay tonight? Potentially.
Yeah, Krabs, another way to look at that, though. If you're going to be on Tampa Bay tonight, you can look at their team total. They have a team total of 2.5. It's minus 140, so you're paying a little bit of juice. But if you believe in Tampa to get the win here, they're going to have to outscore Colorado. So we know Kemper is the weaker link. We know the defense of Colorado is going to stand on their heads to make sure he doesn't get those shots on him. But if Tampa's going to win this, I think they definitely score 3 goals. So I would be comfortable in taking their team total over 2.5 at minus 140 before taking them and just paying that little bit more juice.
Okay. Definitely seems like more of a safer play. Does that, lead to my next point here? Do you like the over again? We've seen both games go over in the first 2. Do you lean over as well?
I lean to the over. There is no way I can play an under right now. The last game I had looked at that under, and I just think what we're seeing out of Colorado, they are just coming out so strong. They are dominating in that first period. I think we see another game pretty similar to game 1, where we saw that first period be higher scoring. And then as it went, it got tighter and tighter, which led us to overtime in that game, which did lead us to the over. So I think it's very similar to that. I would look at that first period over and the Avs in that first period before I would look at the full game.
Okay. I could get behind that. It's almost like taking a Nerfy or Yurfy in baseball, right? Some instantaneous action in that first period. I love it. Absolutely.
Oh, you have to. You cash your bet, move on to the next.
For sure. Yeah, then you can live line with your winnings, right?
Absolutely.
Burakovsky, he's out tonight, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's still some great players in those, so not too worried about that. I think if you're looking at some player props, Krabs, Hedman of the Tampa Bay Lightning, now his shots on goal have been held. They've really blocked him under 2.5. We're getting plus money here at plus 105. Now that's hit in 4 of his last 5 games. I think that's another solid way. Colorado is just holding him tight, not allowing him to get these shots. So I love that. You also have to look at Braden Point. If anyone is going to score for Tampa, and if you're liking Tampa tonight, Braden Point to get that anytime goal is plus 200. We have seen him completely limited too. And Stamkos, if you like Tampa as well. Stamkos has been limited at plus 172. I think sprinkling on both of those guys to get the anytime goal. You get one of them and you're making money.
Yeah, and that's what we're here to do. And I can tell, I know these guys are good guys when I know their names. I definitely don't know these full rosters front and back, but I know those guys. So I'd be willing to put some money on them as well. I love that. You sprinkle on a couple of guys and hit one, and then you're plus money, right? You're profitable. So that's called diversifying your sports betting portfolio right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you do it. You do it. Can I get a series prediction from you?
I originally had 6. I have a ticket for 6. I'm going to stick with 6. I really do think Tampa probably wins one of these in Tampa. They go back to Colorado. Tampa pulls off an upset win there, pushes it to 6. But I think Avs take it in 6.
They look incredible right now. Absolutely dominating. We will have to see. I am super stoked to watch it. Looks like it's on at 8 o'clock my time tonight. Do you have any baseball bets today by any chance? I know I'm kind of blindsiding you, and I had you come on to talk some hockey. And it's a big night for hockey, so if you don't have any baseball, that's okay. But
no, of course I have some baseball today.
Let's go. Okay.
Yeah, I love my Toronto Blue Jays today. I'm just making sure this one kicks off at 8 o'clock Eastern as well. Yep. So won't be watching it, but I think we've got a great game here between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Chicago White Sox. I'm looking at a higher total in this. We've got a total of 9. I think you can also break it down to take Toronto's team total. We've got their team total at 4.5, and I can't remember. It was like minus 114, I believe I got their over on it. I think they definitely hit 5 off of Lynn. Lynn is coming in here. He's only pitched 4.1 innings so far this season. So his ERA is inflated at 6.23. Not a true reflection of himself because last season it was 2.93. Don't quote me on that. ERA overall. So I think Toronto definitely has a phenomenal day hitting off of him today. Easily gets his 5. So if the White Sox can't hit off of Barros, which we know Barros is struggling as well. So I think they will. Taking Toronto's team total is a safe way to go, but you can take both their team total and the over for the full game. That's what I did.
Yeah, I am on the same boat as you, Joe. I love the over in this game. 2 big name pitchers who have not been performing great. Lance Lynn gets a pass because he's coming back from an injury, right? Like you said, that ERA doesn't really reflect how he's going to pitch this year. But I still think there's some value taking an over and fading him when he's getting back into his, midseason form, right? It's going to take him a couple games. He's a veteran. It's going to take him a little bit to figure it out. And he's in for a tough test tonight against these Toronto bats who just put up 10 runs last night. They're hitting the baseball. So he's in for some trouble for sure. And like you said, Barrios does not scare me one bit this season at all. He's really been struggling. They need him to turn it around because they're paying him too much money to pitch how he's pitching. And I'm sure you agree as well. But I do like that over, right? It's 2 big names, 2 guys who have been, great pitchers in the league the last 5 or so years. And the total set at 9. So I think the public will, lean towards the under right away. And I like the over here. I think these 2 big name pitchers have not had their best stuff recently. I think it's a great play. I do.
Awesome. I'm glad we're on the same page with this one. It's going to be a fun game to watch. It will be on my computer. Won't be on the TV because of the hockey game will be on, but it will be on the computer playing there. So just looking for an entertaining one, that's for sure.
Awesome. Well, Joe, I appreciate you coming on. We do have to pass this over to my guy Trent to run his show and send some parlays, get some people on. Where can people find you? I'm assuming that's your at on Twitter there. Where can they find you? What have you been doing? Where can people find your contact?
Yeah, you guys can find me on all social media platforms at Joe Madden Sports. So I got a bunch of shows this afternoon, hoping to quickly pop on Trent's too between those. And yeah, just find me all over social media.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it, Joe. I'll definitely be tuned in to that hockey game tonight. We'll see if I end up having money on it, but I probably will. It's the Stanley Cup, right? And it's coming to a close. We got to get our money's worth. We only got a couple games left. So I appreciate you coming on. Enjoy the game tonight. And good luck on your bets. Okay?
Thank you. Crush it. Crush it, Crab.
For sure. We're crushing it this week. Let's get after it. All right? Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
See ya. All right, guys. We're going to close it down. I'm going to pass it off to my guy, Trent. And he can have some people on, hopefully send a winning parlay. And hopefully I can be better at betting baseball than him this week because goodness gracious, he owned me last week. That's plain facts. He might have won the battle, but I'm going to win the war. I'm coming for blood this week. Trent, good luck. I hope that model was spinning all morning, my man. You're going to need some luck because I'm coming for blood. Winners only this week. Quality over quantity. Everyone, have a good Monday. Let's get the week started right with winners. Okay? Have a good one. We'll be seeing you.